reading about your Virgo partner, your Virgo crush, or if you're in a relationship, whatever the situation is for you, and you're just interested in what it would be like to be in a relationship or date a Virgo, this video is for you. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Virgos in general, and then I'm going to go into more details about being in a relationship with love, relationship, romance, intimacy, and all of that in the male masculine energy. And then I'm going to go into all of that with the feminine, female type energy. And there's timestamps in the description down below if you wanted to just skip ahead to your person's energy. So first I want to tell you a little bit about Virgos. They are the earth signs, and so they're very down to earth or realistic people. They tend to be a little bit more logical than the Taurus and Capricorns, even though Capricorns are very very smart as well. Not saying that Taurus are not smart, they're just have different strengths and weaknesses, and we're going to look into that as well. Going into a relationship, Virgos love to, they're very loyal, they're very loving, they're very caring, they're very kind-hearted as well. They're very, they're the natural caregivers of all the zodiac signs. So they're the ones that like to make sure that everyone else is taken care of. They'll lend a hand whenever it's needed. But with that being said, they can be a little bit hard to get close to or connect with, or to have that deep intimacy connection, just because they don't like to express their own feelings. And sometimes they can get a little bit into their shell and not really wanting to express those deep emotions, those deep thoughts that they are holding dear inside of themselves. Sometimes they don't even feel like they are as beautiful and as worthy as they are. But Virgos are very kind, sweetheart people, you know? They're just lovable, even though they can be a little bit hard to connect, but that just means you have to work a little harder to win the heart of a Virgo. So I'm going to switch the screens so we can get more into details on that. So going into the more masculine, male type energy of your Virgo, we're going to see what messages your Virgo or crush or lover, whatever the case may be for you, wants you to know about them being in a relationship, the love connection, the intimacy. We're going to talk about all of that. My cat Busey is telling me what she thinks about all this too. So, okay, so let's see here. So for the male masculine energy, they do love a person or a partner who does have respect and understanding for the Virgo energy, and their respect for their need of cleanness and order, and just they like to have that healthy lifestyle. They do enjoy like healthy food, healthy eating, and all that sort of thing. They like all those natural foods and that sort of thing as well. Like, keep in mind, this may not be for every Virgo. Every Virgo is different, so keep that in mind as well. You know, everyone has different paths they follow, different experiences, different age categories. You know, all these things come into play. And if you do have a Virgo that has had some sort of trauma or anything like that during their childhood, they may also influence what we're going into now, and you may need to be even more understanding, more respectful of their needs, and more respect for their privacy, and especially going into the more intimacy type of connection, even with the male masculine energy, more so with the feminine energy, but same goes for the masculine energy as well. Just to keep that in mind. And you know, the Virgos are a little bit more chatty, a little bit more open on their feelings and emotions. That could be just because their birth date is closer to the Leo sign than to the Libra sign, so that can influence their energy as well as whatever their moon sign is. You know, all that sort of thing comes into play with their personalities. We're just going into general Virgo energy. Okay, so let's get started with the reading. Ooh, your person is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is in the dark. I always read the cards to light to you, to the dark to me. So for the Eight of Swords being in the dark, I do feel like this person is kind of being reserved, kind of like holding back. This person is going to take more time for you to get to know them, for you to get that deep connection in the intimacy department if you're not in a full relationship already. If you are in a full relationship already, they do appreciate that you're respecting their boundaries and their values and all that sort of thing as well. You know, respecting their boundaries and having good communication is like the key to get close to a Virgo. They do require that intellectual stimulation, especially in the intimacy department for the masculine energies. Yeah, for the Eight of Swords as well. I'm kind of like, just because it's in the dark, I kind of like feeling like they also want you to know, maybe for some of them, they may be even blaming themselves a little bit or feeling guilty about something. Not that it has anything to do with them, it's just that's the type of energy that a lot of Virgos go through. It's just they don't want to tell you how they're feeling. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They want to be the nurturer. They want to care for you and love you. And they don't want to do anything that they feel may make you upset or angry with them. They like to avoid conflict as much as possible. Yeah. So I do, for the Knight of Pentacles, I do also feel this energy of them, wanting to have that romantic connection with you, or just wanting to go about getting closer to that connection and having that intimacy, that romantic love energy, I do feel that. I also feel like this person, like, did not I just kind of like feel this energy. I feel like there's a whole bunch of energy going on right now. I kind of feel like this Virgo wants that connection with the intimacy, but they do also want that intellectual connection as well. I feel like the intellectual thing is more, will get them more going than like the actual activity, if you know what I mean, right? They just love that intimacy. They love that intellectual stimulation. So maybe a little bit of, talking or like texting about it instead of like just jumping into action, Hopefully you're following with what I'm saying here. For the Chariot of being in the dark, I also feel like there's this energy of them, like, yeah, like I said, it's going to take some time to get to know this Virgo. I do feel like they do like a person, or they do want you to know that they do enjoy when you pay attention to their needs and desires, and you do pay attention to details, because Virgos are extremely good at paying attention to details. Like, like they're the ones that are going to make sure that if you order coffee, they're not going to make a mistake on that, They're going to remember your order. They're going to remember, they're going to be the ones that will compliment you if you've changed your hair or wearing a different outfit, or, they're going to notice the little details that some other masculine energies may miss and not even notice, how some males are. The Virgos are the ones that are going to pay attention and give you that one-on-one connection that maybe you've been wanting for a long time. So there is a lot of stress with the Virgo. And that a relationship connection, once you can get through those boundaries, once you can get into their heart and have that deep romantic connection, they can be amazing, For the King of Wands, I do feel like they do bring that hot, fiery, passionate energy as well. I do feel like they are the ones that are very honorable, they're very reliable, they're very dedicated to their person, to their family, whatever the case may be for you, you know. Yeah, they do value their independence though, so I do feel like with the King of Wands being in the light, that they do value that independence. They do value that mutual understanding, They are very loyal, so I feel like they're not the sign that you're going to have to worry about them straying off with someone else, unless they're not into that deep connection. Like I said, you have to have that deep connection with a Virgo, or it's just not going to work, and it's going to take some work on your part to get in there, Also, Virgos are like all the earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, they're all the same in this aspect where they are not really good at knowing if you're flirting with them. They're not really good at picking up those cues. So if you want to get a Virgo, like if you're just having a crush on one, you're wanting to know if they're like you or not, they're not going to tell you unless you tell them straight out that you like them and you want to date them. Because if you don't ask, if you don't tell them how you're feeling, you're never going to know. That's just the way the earth signs are. If you're dating a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, yeah, that's just the earth sign. They're down to earth. They're not looking for anything. When it comes, and when they feel it, and that's just the way they roll, right? Yeah. So going into the King of Cups, being in the dark, I do feel like for some of them, they can go through some highs and lows, especially if there's anything, that may be going on with them, especially if they're like a Virgo mixed with a Libra. They may be even more self-reserved, more into their shell. It may take a little bit more time for them to open up themselves, and because of that, they can tend to avoid situations or avoid conflicts, like I was saying, or just avoid upsetting you and that sort of thing. They do appreciate, like I said, they do appreciate cleanliness and all that sort of thing, but sometimes Virgos can be a little bit, even though they appreciate cleanliness and all that sort of thing, sometimes they lack a little bit of that motivation. A lot of the earth signs are not too quick. They're not the ones that have that high energy. Leos have a high energy. So if your Virgo does have more energy than other Virgos, it's probably because their birth date is closer to a Leo sign. So they're mixed with a Virgo Leo. But generally, especially if their birth date is closer to a Virgo Libra, they're definitely not going to have that get up and go energy. So they may need more help with commitments, like keeping up with cleaning their house and that sort of thing. Just because it's not because they don't want to, not because they don't appreciate it, because they do very, very much. It's just getting that motivation and getting up and doing it. They may need some more help in that area with their partner, from their partner, is what I'm saying. That's what I got for you, and I'm going to go into the feminine, female type energy. So if you stayed along for the female feminine energy, thank you. And if you skipped over the masculine energy, just straight to the feminine female type energy, welcome. We're going to see what your feminine partner wants you to know. Going into a romance, passion, intimacy, all that sort of thing, relationship. So for the feminine energy, they are a little bit more different than the masculine. They're kind of like similar and different at the same time, if that makes any sense. They do appreciate a partner who is very in tune to their desires, respects them and respects their values, and respect their interests, is what I'm trying to say. Like, they're very much into the human's rights, social justice, that sort of thing. So if you have any, if that is a hard topic for you to discuss, that's not one to bring up on a first date. Because you may be starting a rebuttal. Is that what it's called? You know what I mean, right? I want you to know that they do enjoy the romantic gestures. They love the surprise dates, but they also love when they have or receive gifts that are very meaningful, not just something that is picked up at a gas station. And like sometimes you just have that need to just pick up some flowers at the gas station and call it a day. And some girls will love that. Virgos are like, you need to put some thought into it. You have to know exactly what flower they like. They're going to be a little more picky about that area. So let's just see here. What does this Virgo partner, what does Virgo want their partner to know? Right? What do you need to know? What do they need to know about their Virgo? Ooh, the Emperor. Ooh, there's love. I can see that. There's some good energy here. Okay, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is your Virgo. This is your person. For the Seven of Swords, I do feel there's this energy of sparing some feelings. I can feel that. And working with being careful with what they say for some of you. I can feel there might be, for some of you, the no intimacy right now. I can feel that as well with the Seven of Swords. I'm also feeling there's an energy of being a little bit suspicious or a little bit feeling suspicious about something. I can feel that as well. Yeah, Virgos are very much into honesty and all that sort of thing. And sometimes it could be like the opposite of energy. Like in tarot, roles can always be reversed. So if you're being a little bit suspicious of your Virgo, they don't like to pour their hearts out. They're not going to shower you with verbal expression about how they're feeling. They may do it by helping you out, being there for you, being loyal to you with their actions rather than verbally telling you how they're feeling. They may not share their life experiences with you. If they do, then that means they have a very good connection with you and they do trust you and they are open with you, because generally Virgos are kind of like more reserved. They like to be in their shells until they feel safe and secure with their partner, especially the feminine ones. Okay, so we're going to go into the Emperor. For the Emperor, I am feeling there's this energy of them wanting to have that take charge kind of energy, even though they're not the ones that are going to like tell you what to do, but they're going to be in charge of what they do and how much they share with you verbally, you know, like sharing their expressions, sharing even their physical connections towards you. They may be a little bit more reserved on that, but that is how they are in control of what is going on in the relationship. Yeah, I also feel that I can feel some romance going on here, or some like making plans with moving forward. But with the Emperor, I do feel like it's important that you do respect their boundaries. You do respect their values, like I was saying. hmm I do feel like they do value that good communication, especially about their needs and comforts and all that sort of thing in the bedroom, intimacy section, you know? Having consent, making sure that you get that consent before any intimacy, before any physical activity. That is very important to a lot of Virgos, especially the feminine energies, but male masculine energies as well. Consent, you know, talking about what, having that open discussion about what they like, what they don't like. They may not be so open about it, but if you express what you like and what you don't like, they may comment on that, and that's how you can go from there and what to go next. The Ace of Cups, I do feel like they do love you. Their heart is overflowing with love. I can feel that. They do feel like there's a connection there. I do feel like they do feel or want intimacy with you. I do feel like you give them a new sense of emotional awareness as well. I can feel that. I do feel like they want to have or express that creative inspiration with you as well. Virgos can be creative in that area, especially with writing and the way they use their words and that sort of thing. I can feel that energy. For the Eight of Wands being the light as well, I do feel like there's a lot of positive energy between you and a Virgo. For this energy, I do feel like there's energy of where their focus goes is where their energy is going to go. So if their focus is on you, that's where their energy is going to go. I do feel like with the Eight of Wands as well, I always feel like the Eight of Wands is kind of like that hot, fiery, passionate energy where they're putting their focus, where they're putting their energy, and how they're using it. So I do feel like there's like they're enjoying the romantic section, or they want to enjoy this the sexual experience thing. They do want to enjoy all of that, but at the same time, I feel like they're a little bit hesitant with trying some new experiences or discovering new things in the intimacy department, you know, so that may take a little bit of time, even though they have that desire. They are inspired to try these things. They may need a little bit more help, a little bit more coaxing on your part. For the Ten of Wands, I do feel like this is kind of like what the masculine energy was saying, is that they do appreciate cleanliness, they do appreciate that healthy lifestyle, healthy food, all that sort of thing, but sometimes Virgos can fall into a little bit of a trap where they don't feel as motivated to get up and do it, or they don't feel like they know where to start when things get out of control. When things are in control, they are very on top of everything. When things get busy or things get, you know, out of control on their part, they may need a little bit more help taking care of their commitments or responsibilities, like keeping up with the housework or keeping up with the things that they do like they do like eating healthy food, they do appreciate cleaning their home and all that sort of thing, and sometimes they can fall back on that, but they would really appreciate a partner who can help them stay on task, help them when they are falling to get back up, like, no, don't eat those bag of chips, you know, let's go and have some salad or something else. You know, they would like an apartment partner that would take that role in their relationship. Yeah. So they also like a partner who is, like I said, dependable. Like I was just saying, like being dependable and helping them when they're falling. Because I feel like they will always be there for you when you are falling. If you are falling behind on anything, they'll be the ones to help you out. And just Virgos are the ones that tend to like not tell you that they're going to help you. Like, you know, if you go to work and you didn't put away all the things from making your lunch, they're the ones that are going to put it all away for you and cook you a dinner as well, because they're going to say, well, you didn't pack a healthy enough lunch, so they're going to like make you a better dinner kind of thing. They're going to like do little things like that rather than saying, I love you, I'm going to see you later, you know, kind of thing. That's just explaining the type of energy that a lot of Virgos have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you had the great Valentine's Day with your partner. I'm sorry this didn't come out earlier or sooner for you, but I hope you did have a great, wonderful Valentine's Day with your Virgo. I hope there was a lot of fun there, a lot of intimacy, and all that sort of thing. If you want to check me live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I am live then. yeah, I hope you all have a great week or whatever it is for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye!